Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about the third unit of our hydrology and water resources engineering. The name of the unit is stream gauging and flood. It is having two parts. The first part is about the stream gauging and the second part is about the floods. Okay. So in stream gauging and floods, what are the contents we are going to cover? Those contents we are going to see firstly. So firstly, in stream gauging, the contents those are there. They are selection of the site for a stream gauging, then various methods of a discharge measurements, then area velocity method. This is a particular method which is used for measurement of discharge to the stream. Then slope area method and other modern methods. Okay, so area velocity method, slope area method, and other modern methods. So those are methods used for measurement of a discharge passing through a stream. Okay. Along with that, we have to see the various factors those are considered while selecting a site for a stream gauging. This content is there about a stream gauging. Then a second part of the same unit is about the floods, which includes the points as a definition, factors affecting the flood, estimation of a peak flow, then methods, that is the rational method, and other methods of computing the flood, then a design flood, that is what does it mean about the design flood, that we have to go for, then hydrograph component, that is application of hydrograph for the estimation of the floods, then a recurrence period or a recurrence interval we can say. Those things we have to study in this unit number 3. Okay. Then now we'll start for the stream gauging. So what does it mean about the stream gauging? Stream gauging यानी कि क्या क्या करना उसमें और क्यों करने का? Stream gauging यानी कि क्या है और वो क्यों करने का? So stream gauging यानी कि क्या और river gauging we can say. Stream gauging or a river gauging is nothing but the measurement of a discharge. Measurement of a discharge or measurement of the quantity of the flow passing through a stream or a river at a particular section. That section is a suitable section. Means suppose that there is a stream or there is a river and we want to measure a discharge passing through that stream, then we is to select a proper location where we will be able to carry out all the readings. Then the methodology which is used or the total procedure of measurement of the discharge passing through that section of that stream or a river is nothing but the stream gauging. यानी कि जो नदी से और जितना वाटर पास हो रहा है, जितना वाटर फ्लो हो रहा है, उसका जो मेजरमेंट किया जाता है, उसके मेजरमेंट करने के तरीके को हम स्ट्रीम गेजिंग बोलते हैं. Okay, so now why to go for a stream gauging? Because in a previous part, that is a runoff, we had seen that measurement of a runoff is depends on the various factors or the parameters. It is a rate of evaporation, evapotranspiration, infiltration, etc., etc. Again, the runoff used to have a component, that is a base flow, then a surface flow, etc., the direct runoff and indirect runoff. So in that case, it becomes somewhat tedious to get an exact measurement of the evaporation, evapotranspiration, etc. So in such cases, if you will measure directly the amount of water passing through the river, in that case, we used to get accurate results, or it becomes easy to get the amount of water coming out of that particular catchment area or the basin. So it means that a precipitation, evaporation, evapotranspiration, all are difficult to measure at their exact magnitude. And a presently adapted methods, those whatever the methods are there, they are having limitations. Some of the methods are having some limitations and some of the methods are having several limitations. So those parameters, measurement of those parameters is a somewhat difficult, we can say. And for the most satisfactory determination of the runoff from the catchment is by measuring the discharge of the stream draining it, which is termed as a stream gauging. यानी कि instead of measurement of all those parameters to come and deducting from the total rainfall, instead of that, if you will measure directly whatever amount of the water is flowing through that river or a stream, which is getting water from that catchment area is going to indicate the runoff from that particular catchment area or the drainage basin, we can say. So in a simple language, we can say the stream gauging is nothing but the procedure or methodology adapted to measure the discharge, or the measurement of a flow through the river or a stream is called as a stream gauging. Okay, so here that this is nothing but the gauging, that is a gauging. So so you can take down the definition also. This is the simplest form of which I had at the last, that is the measurement of a flow through the river or a stream is called as a stream gauging, and that may be at a particular site or a particular location. Okay, so दिस इज ऑल अबाउट अ स्ट्रीम गेजिंग, यानी कि जो फ्लो पास हो रहा है उसका जो हम मेजरमेंट करते हैं उसको हम स्ट्रीम का गेजिंग बोलते हैं, isn't it? And how to go for a selection of the site? This is one of the stream I had taken. This picture I had taken from the net itself. So this indicates a stream here. This is the water which is passing through it. Okay, and here we are finding that it's a cross-sectional area, or the width is a somewhat constant, but it's changing. It's a planiform is a changing. We can see the shape is changing. So in such cases, we used to select a proper site where we wish to get a यूनिफॉर्म डिस्चार्ज, यानी कि जहां पे हम मेजरमेंट करना चाहते हैं वो साइड, वो लोकेशन जो रहता है वो हम इस तरीके से सिलेक्ट करते हैं ताकि वहां से हमें जो पैरामीटर्स मिलेंगे वो हमें कांस्टेंट मिलेंगे, उसमें वेरिएशन ज्यादा नहीं आएगा। वो जो पॉइंट रहता है उसको हम साइट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर गेजिंग ऐसा बोलते हैं। ओके, वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन डिटेल अबाउट द साइट सिलेक्शन एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। दिस इज एन जनरल पिक्चर व्हिच आई हैड शोन एट द बिगिनिंग। Then the methods those are used for a stream gauging. So कौन-कौन से तरीके हैं जिससे हम वो रिवर से जो पानी पास हो रहा है उसको हम मेजर कर सकते हैं? Those things now we have to discuss in a details along with the numericals. So the methods of stream gauging are mainly two methods are there. That is a direct method and indirect method. And the direct method is again having the 5 sub methods. Okay, so stream gauging is carried out by mainly two methods, that is either by directly or by indirectly. In direct method there are 5 sub methods. First one is stage discharge method, second one is area velocity method, third one is a dilution technique, fourth one is electromagnetic method, and fifth one is ultrasonic method. Okay, now in the second method, that is the indirect method, they either used to have application of a hydraulic structures or it is measured by a slope area method. Means indirectly we used to take the help of those things and we used to calculate the discharge or a water passing through that particular stream or a river. So mainly there are two methods of a stream gauging. There is a direct method and indirect method. Direct method again have a 5 sub methods, that is stage discharge method, area velocity method, dilution technique, electromagnetic method, and ultrasonic method. Again some methods are there in the direct and indirect also, but here mostly those are used, those I have considered. Okay, so then now we'll start for the first method, that is a direct method, that is a stage discharge method. So what is mean by stage? Firstly we will discuss now. So क्या होगा stage यानी कि? What does it mean about? Here we are going to consider a stage as a nothing but the height of the water from a particular reference at a particular section. Means what? We have a particular suppose that I will go for a board so that you will get the idea. Suppose that this is a river section. This is a river section, and we have suppose that this is a water level in a particular section. This is the water level which we have considered, and I am considering here this as a water level indicator. So here in this case the stage is nothing but the depth of the water from the reference. So here we will consider the reference as the bottom. So this height of the water surface from the bottom to the water top is nothing but the stage here, which we used to consider as a water height. When we got this, we got this height when the water was touching the banks at a particular point. Suppose that we'll consider that points as a here as A and here as a B point. Okay, at this point I am considering as a B. Now, but when the water level changes, now suppose that water level has been got changed. The कुठेपर्यंत change झाली? Suppose that the water level has been changed up to this position. Straight line घेतोय. Suppose that water level has been changed for this position. That is, we will consider that a C and a D. C and D, which is CD. Water level has been changed from AB to the CD. Now, when that water level is going to change from AB to the CD, we will have the next height or next vertical, we can say. इथं काय असणार आपल्याला आता next height म्हणजे काय असणार आहे next stage or another stage, we can say. Okay, so this stage will consider as a H1 now. This as a H1. Now, when the water level was at H, that is at AB, there was some discharge corresponding to that. That is a Q1 or Q we will consider. And when the water level has been got reduced to the CD, then for that condition, the discharge will be the different than the first one. We'll consider this as a Q1. It means that whenever there is a change in a depth, that is a change in a stage, then in that case there is a change in a discharge, isn't it? Likewise, the whatever example we have discussed. So here, so with the change in a depth of a flow or a depth of the water, there is a change in a discharge passing through that particular stream or a river or that particular section. So now, in a stage discharge, we used to establish the relationship between this height and a discharge. So here H height, suppose that a 10 meter is there, discharge as a 10 unit is there. Then H1, suppose that a 9 meter, Q1 as a 9 units. Then next height we will consider as a H3. Suppose that this is a H3 or a height H3, we can say. And for this, the discharge we will consider as a HQ3. Likewise, HN, QN. Means now here we used to establish the relationship between the height and the discharge. And after establishing the relationship between a height and a discharge, then whatever may be the height, then whatever may be the height or whatever may be the stage, we can say. Now suppose that the water is flowing at this particular height, then after knowing this height only, we will be able to find out the discharge passing through this particular stream. यानी कि पहले हम क्या करते हैं, हर एक हाइट को कितना डिस्चार्ज पास हो रहा है वो डाटा कलेक्ट करने के बाद उसका हम रिलेशनशिप डेवलप करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर डेवलपिंग दैट रिलेशन वी यूज्ड टू एस्टैब्लिश अ इक्वेशन. इक्वेशन किसका रहेगा? इक्वेशन विल बी इन द टर्म्स ऑफ हाइट और द डेप्थ y, we can say, and a discharge. And after that, getting a equation, then just by knowing the amount of a depth or a height, we can say, by putting that height in that equation, we will get the discharge passing through the stream. This is nothing but the stage discharge method. Okay, so where we were there, just a minute. Yes, we were discussing about a stage discharge method. So stage is nothing but it is a vertical distance of a water surface at a section from the datum. That datum may be the mean sea level, that datum may be the channel bottom, or that may be the river bed, or that may be the arbitrary datum which we have considered. Okay, it means from that datum, whatever the height of the water will be there, that is considered as a stage in the river. And then the relationship between that stage and corresponding discharge at a section is established, and then by knowing only the stage, that is a height, we used to calculate the discharge, or it is easy to calculate the discharge at that particular section and at particular depth. So the relation will be like this. It has been plotted on the log paper. So here the y-axis represents the gauge height, that is a height water depth we can see in meters, and a stage discharge, that is a discharge in a meter cube per second. It is steam gauging we can say. So here we can say that this particular location, that is a 0.7 meter, the discharge is about a 20 cubic. So once you used to establish the relation, or once you used to have a correlation regression equation, then after that whatever may be the height of the water, suppose that the 2 meters height will be there, then corresponding discharge we will be easily going to calculate. So 2 meter somewhere else here, so we can say that near about 100 cubic discharges passing through particular river. Similarly, suppose that a 0.2 is there, so 0.2 is nearly matching to the 2. It means that for 0.2 meter of a water depth, a 2 cubic, that is 2 meter cube per second, is a discharge passing through that particular section or particular river. So this is about a stage discharge method. Means a stage is nothing but the water height, and we used to establish, we used to develop a relationship between the water height or depth of the water and the discharge at a section, and then by having that particular equation, we just measure the height or the depth of the water, and then we used to put that water depth in that equation, we used to get the discharge. Or we used to develop a correlation regression equation and the line, straight line we can say, and from that line or from that graph we can say, just by taking the reference of a measured height, we used to calculate the discharge passing through the stream. Okay, so this is about stage discharge method. Now how to measure the stage in a particular river at a section? तो नदी में और नदी जब वो रिवर में पानी बह रहा है तो वहां पे वो हाइट कैसे मेजर करने का, depth of water, how to measure that. So different methods are there, those we are going to discuss now one by one. So stage discharge method, methods of measurement of a stage. First one is staff gauge. We are knowing that gauge, staff gauge we have used for in the surveys. In the leveling operation, we used to have a metric staff, okay, either up to 3 meters or 4 meters or 5 meters. So those staff gauges are used to measure the depth of the water. So whenever there is a shallow river or a shallow depth of water is there, that is up to 3 meters, in that case we used to go for a single staff. Okay, so staff gauges are nothing but the graduated staffs are fixed at well and clearly defined control points such as a wall, pier, abutment, etc. यानी कि कहाँ पे हमें वो इनको इंसर्ट करना है, जहाँ पे हमें क्लियर पॉइंट्स है, जहाँ से हमें क्लियरली रीडिंग्स नोट डाउन करने के लिए इजी होगा, वहां पे हम उनको इंसर्ट करेंगे. ओके, तो पियर यानी कि जो कॉलम रहता है ब्रिज का, दैट इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ पियर. So at the number of the times we used to observe that piers are graduated, यानी कि पियर के ऊपर ही, वो खंबे के ऊपर ही रीडिंग्स मार्क किए होते हैं, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, 0 meter, 2 meter likewise. Okay, either in the millimeters or centimeters and meters. So by knowing just intersection on the top surface of the water where it is going to cross to that pier height, then we used to get the reading directly. और वहां से जो रीडिंग मिलेगा वो रीडिंग हमको डायरेक्टली मेजर कर सकते हैं. तो फॉर गेजेस में भी वो वर्टिकल और इंक्लाइन, इट में बी वर्टिकली असाइंड और दे में बी द इंक्लाइन वन. यानी कि कैसा आएगा वर्टिकल गेज, यानी कि कैसा रहेगा डायरेक्टली लाइक दिस. दिस विल बी आवर वर्टिकल गेज, वी कैन से हियर वी कैन से दिस इज अ वर्टिकल गेज. फिर एज अ हॉरिजॉन्टल और इंक्लाइन यानी कि क्या रहेगा लाइक दिस. आई विल गो फॉर अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. So यानी कि ऐसा रहेगा ये. This is a one side of the gauge and the another side will be like this. Just a minute. So this is a one stop we can say. Then the second stop or a second gauge will be like this. It will be aligned from this position. So suppose that up to this bottom I will have to go for. This is the top surface we can say, and this is the bottom surface. So likewise, so this is a one stop, this is a second stop. So likewise they will be inclined assigned inclined, or they may be assigned as a vertical one. Okay. Then regarding their positions, for a shallow depth rivers, that is up to 3 meters, 3 to 5 meters, generally we used to have a single staff. यानी कि जहां पे फ्लो का डेप्थ कम रहता है वहां पे सिंगल मेट्रिक स्टाफ भी खड़ा किया तो भी चलता है, इट्स सफिशिएंट. बट फॉर अ डीप रिवर्स, so for a deep rivers, sectional staff gauging is adapted. That is, the staffs are erected in a vertical manner at a different sections, but the condition is that there should be a minimum allowance of a 0.5 meter as an overlap. So how it looks like, how it looks like, that we'll see now here. This is a sectional staff gauging. Means whenever the deep river is to exist, in that case a single metric staff doesn't record all the water levels. So in that case it is required to go for aligning the or erecting the staffs at a different locations along the bank of a river. यानी कि जो रिवर का जो एज रहेगा, ओके, जो इसको हम तीर बोलते हैं, रिवर का तीर बोलते हैं, उसके ऊपर हमें डिफरेंट लोकेशंस पे वो मेट्रिक स्टाफ हमें इरेक्ट करने पड़ते हैं. लेकिन वहां पे केयर क्या लिया जाता है कि जब हम मेट्रिक स्टाफ इरेक्ट करते हैं तो उनका जो ओवरलैप अलाउ जो रहता है वो मिनिमम 5 मीटर्स का रहना चाहिए. यानी कि यहाँ पे यदि हमने देखा दिस वर्टिकल इफ यू गो फॉर, देन दिस ओवरलैप मस्ट बी ऑफ एन 0.5 meters. That will be minimum, we can say minimum 0.5 meters we can say. Okay, so likewise we have to erect the different metric staffs at different locations. Sectional staff gauging. So one by one we used to erect the metric staffs and we used to measure. Suppose that this is of a 5 meter height, isn't it? But beyond that, if the water level is there, in that case we are unable to measure the water depth or water height, we can say. So in this case we can say above this there will be the readings. So above this whatever the overlap will be there, means from this point, suppose that this is a graduated here at as a 1, then above this whatever the readings will be there, 2, 3, 4, those will be counted, means 2 plus this 5, that will be 7, or it may become marked as a 5, then here will be 5 side by side, then 6, 7, 8 likewise. Okay, if here is 8, then a same will be there 8 on this, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 likewise. So likewise the sectional staff gauging is used, means at a different section, at a same section but at a different locations we have to erect the staffs, metric staffs, and we have to record the reading, that is a water depth, we can say. This is for a single vertical staff. This is a single vertical staff which has been used here. This will be this here we are finding that we will consider this as a bridge, and this is a pier of the bridge. Okay, so if this is a pier, then on the pier itself there will be the graduations 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 likewise. It is in a meters, centimeters, and millimeters. Graduations will be there, and this is this is nothing but the staff gauge, that is application of the metric staffs for measurement of a stage or a height of a water in the river. And the next method of a measurement of a stage is a wire gauge. That is the next gauge is nothing but the wire gauge. A wire gauge यानी कि क्या रहता है? I will go with the example itself, the sketch itself. Suppose that this is a stream itself and this is a bridge. ये यहाँ पे ब्रिज है, तो यहाँ पे क्या किया है, ब्रिज के ऊपर से क्या करते हैं, एक स्ट्रिंग को एक वेट अटैच करते हैं, एक एंड को वेट अटैच करते हैं, वो स्ट्रिंग वाटर सरफेस तक रिलीज करते हैं. जहां से वो वाटर सरफेस को रिलीज करेगा उसके ऊपर का जो हाइट है वो हमें मालूम रहता है. क्लियर? सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द h1, दैट इज अ height from the water surface to the string, we can see here, which has been held at our hands. This is h1, and a total height we used to be known. टोटल हाइट पहले से मेजर किया रहता है, यानी कि ब्रिज का हाइट प्लस जहां से हम स्ट्रिंग को हाथ में पकड़ा है वो हाइट, यानी कि वो क्या रहेगा, टोटल हाइट h रहेगा. सो टोटल हाइट h माइनस दिस h1, total height h minus this h1 will be the height of the water or stage of water at a particular location. यानी कि in a wire gauge they measures the water surface elevation. This is a water surface elevation, top surface we can say, from a fixed point lying over a water surface. This is a fixed point, bridge is a fixed point now here, which is lying above the water surface, such as a bridge, etc., etc. That may be the bridge or that may be the any overhanging structure which has been constructed for a measurement of a height of the water from that particular section. यानी कि यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, we have measured the water surface elevation from the top surface and we have deducted that from the total height so that we used to get a stage at that particular location. So this is a wire gauge. Then the next gauge is the automatic gauge recorder. अभी क्या हुआ कि जो भी हमने डिस्कस किए, मेट्रिक स्टाफ गेज था, वायर गेज था, वो क्या कर रहे थे, we were measuring the readings manually. We were going there and we were observing, either we were observing that particular metric staff reading or we were releasing that string from the location and we were taking the measurement. It means manually we were doing that. But suppose that we have decided the pattern or we have decided the time interval of a recording, say as a 1 hour. Means after every hour we used to measure that a stage, that is the height of the water or depth of the water we can say. But in between that 1 hour, means suppose that at 8 a.m. you have measured and next reading you have taken 9 a.m., then 10 a.m., 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 likewise. But in between that, suppose that in between 10 and 11 a.m. there occurs a flood and the water level gets suddenly increased. In that case, we used to miss that reading. We doesn't get that reading. So in such cases, to overcome such cases, to have a continuous water elevation data or water depth data, the automatic stage recorders are used. So how they are? They are nothing. This is nothing but simply a well constructed at the river bank. यानी कि क्या रहता है, कुआं खोदा हुआ रहता है वहां पे, कहाँ पे, रिवर के बैंक पे, बैंक के साइड में, और उसको हॉरिजॉन्टल पाइप से रिवर को कनेक्ट किया रहता है. So this is nothing but a well we can say. Okay, this is nothing but the well we can say, that is a gauge well we can say, which is constructed at a bank of a river and the water is provided or it is connected to the river by this pipe connection. So this is a one connection, this is a second one, and this is a third connection. Okay, so here we want to measure the water level from this bottom. तो यहाँ पे आएगा ये. Okay, so H0 here written, that is a staff gauge as H0 means initial we can say. Okay, then above this whatever the water depth will be there, that we want to measure, that will be automated. So what they did, they have provided a float and the balancing weight. अभी float यानी कि क्या रहेगा, float यानी कि एक वुडन का वुडन ब्लॉक रहेगा और नहीं तो और कोई तो प्लास्टिक का रहेगा और नहीं तो एक हॉलो सिलेंडर रहेगा. वो हॉलो सिलेंडर रहता है स्ट्रिंग के एक एंड को कनेक्टेड किया हुआ और स्ट्रिंग का दूसरा जो एंड रहता है उसको वेट कनेक्ट किया रहता है. दिस इज द वेट वाज शोन ओवर हियर. ये वेट इसके दूसरे एंड को कनेक्ट किया रहता है. तो क्या रहेगा, जब भी एक फ्लोट वाटर सरफेस एलिवेशन जैसा बढ़ेगा ये ऊपर जाएगा और वेट उसको क्या करेगा, नीचे नीचे खींचता जाएगा. तो जब भी ऐसा होगा तब उसी वक्त क्या रहेगा, ये जो मैकेनिज्म है ये एक एक्सिस को एक पुली के ऊपर पास हो रहा है. ये जो पुली है वो एक ड्रम को, वो एक शाफ्ट को कनेक्ट किया है और उसके शाफ्ट के ऊपर एक ड्रम प्रोवाइड किया है एंड ऑन दैट ड्रम देयर इज अ ग्राफ रैप्ड अराउंड इट. सो जैसा कि हमने ऑटोमेटिक रेन गेजेस देखे थे, सेम मैकेनिज्म यहाँ पे रहता है. लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, जो ड्रम है वो ड्रम के ऊपर हमने एक क्लॉक ड्रिवन ड्रम है और जब भी ये पुली रोटेट होगी तो पुली को क्या कनेक्ट किया होगा, पेन नहीं तो पेंसिल कनेक्ट की होगी और वो क्या करेगी, उसके ऊपर मार्क करती रहेगी, कंटिन्यूअसली मार्क रहेगा. जब डेप्थ कांस्टेंट रहेगा तब क्या रहेगा, उसका जो मार्क रहेगा वो एक ही पॉइंट पे यानी कि सर्कल स्ट्रेच होगा. ओके, और जब ये चेंज होगा, पोजीशन डेप्थ जैसा चेंज होगा जैसे जैसे क्या होगा, वैसे ही ये उसका जो लोकेशन रहेगा पेन का जो इसके ऊपर मार्क कर रहा है, इसके ऊपर यहाँ पे चार्ट है, उसका पोजीशन चेंज होता जाएगा और वो इसके ऊपर ग्रेजुएशन प्रोवाइड किए रहेंगे इसके ऊपर ग्राफ के ऊपर. सो continuously we will be getting the depth in a particular river. So this is the water elevation shown over here. This is the same elevation is here in, this is a water level indicator. So continuously we will be able to record the readings. Okay, so this is about automatic stage recorder. It measures the water depth continuously and the readings are recorded on the clock driven drum wrapped with a chart. Means that chart is going to give us a reading. This is a clock driven mechanism, means after 24 hours we will be 24 hours or 1 week they will be required to provide energy to that. That is a key we can say, or that may be the cell mechanism. Okay, so this is about automatic stage recorder. So by knowing the depths and a corresponding discharge in the river, we are going to develop the relationship, and then afterwards just by knowing the depth, putting that value of a depth in a equation, we will be able to find out the discharge passing through the river at that particular depth. Okay, this is about automatic stage recorder. Okay, this is about a stage recording method, stage discharge method. The next one is the area velocity method, which is mostly used for the measurement of a discharge, or most appropriate we can say, most accurate we can say, are used frequently. So now in this area velocity method, the name itself indicates that the what parameters or which parameters are required to measure. So in this area velocity method, at a particular section where we want to measure the discharge, here it has been shown over here. Okay, so this is a river and this is a water flowing through this end. So this is upstream end, this is a downstream end, and we have decided to measure the discharge at this particular location. So when we want to measure a discharge at a particular location, after selecting the site, we need to measure the area of a flow, or the water area we can say, or cross-sectional area of the water, and the corresponding velocity passing through that particular section. And यहाँ पे दिखाया है velocity, and this is a area. So now to measure this area, it is quite difficult. So for getting accurate area, generally this section is divided into the number of vertical strips. So यहाँ पे देखा है, this is the one vertical strip, this is second strip, third strip, fourth strip, fifth strip, sixth strip, seventh strip likewise. So near about 15 to 25 strips vertically we have to, यानी कि जो भी एरिया आपका रहेगा यहाँ पे, वो एरिया हमें वर्टिकल सेक्शंस में डिवाइड करना है. So this is one of the section which is darkened over here. डार्क जो केलेला आहे हा एक सेक्शन आहे. अशा वेगवेगळ्या व्हर्टिकल सेक्शन मध्ये तो रिव्हरचा जो मेन सेक्शन आहे, जी विड्थ आहे, ती विड्थ आपल्याला तिथं डिवाइड करायची आहे. ओके, क्यों डिवाइड करने का है? क्योंकि जो टोटल एरिया जो है वो हमें क्लियरली मेजर नहीं करना है, और यदि हमें यहाँ पे एक्यूरेसी मेजर करनी है, मेंटेन करनी है, तो उस केस में हमी को वो वर्टिकल्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ता है. सो क्या किया हमने यहाँ पे, whatever the section was there, that section has been divided into number of vertical strips, generally 15 to 25 sections we used to go for. After that we used to calculate the area of each and every strip, area of each and every strip. So कैसे निकालेंगे? width जो रहेगा वो width हमें मालूम रहेगा टॉप में. So this is a B1 or W1, B2 or W2. Likewise, the width of last one will be Bn or a Wn. And for measurement of the depth, we used to have a sounding technique, or echo sounder we can say. By that, we will be knowing, we are knowing now the width, we are knowing the depth. So depth into width will be the cross-sectional area. But this is applicable for the strips or the sections, those are having a uniform depth at the both the sides. But what about this one? This is the starting one and end one. They are generally in a triangular section. So in these cases, there used to have a formula, that is the width of a first one plus width of a second by 2 bracket square upon 2 times width of a first one. That we are going to discuss in detail. So after knowing width, depth, we are knowing area of the particular strip or vertical, and if you multiply it by a velocity of a flow passing through that particular section, then we have the discharge passing through this particular section or particular step. आता या स्टेपचा जर आपण विचार केला, याची विड्थ आपल्याला माहिती झाली, याची डेप्थ आपल्याला एकोसाउंडरने माहित झाली, आणि जर का आपण या विड्थ आणि डेप्थचा प्रॉडक्ट घेतला तर तो काय असणार आहे, एरिया ऑफ दिस व्हर्टिकल स्ट्रीप असणार आहे. आणि या एरियाला जर का पास होणाऱ्या व्हेलॉसिटीने, म्हणजे या स्ट्रीप मधून पास होणाऱ्या डिस्चार्ज असणाऱ्या व्हेलॉसिटीने मल्टिप्लाय केला तर आपल्याला बरोबर डिस्चार्ज मिळणार आहे. Q is equals to area into velocity. But now how to measure the velocities? For measurement of velocity, we used to have mostly the current meters that we are going to discuss in a details now. Okay. In this method, it includes the measurement of an area of a stream at a gauging site and corresponding velocity at the same site. So area of a section and a velocity of a section, we can say. Generally, the cross section, this cross section is divided into 15 to 25 segments, that is verticals, we can say, segments, and then the cross sectional area and the velocity of every segments are calculated. And after that, the lastly, the summation of a product of areas and velocity. So product will be areas and velocity, and summation will be of those areas and velocity of each and every segment are used to get the total discharge passing through that. It is Q is equals to summation A into 3. That is a general equation, continuity equation, we can say. The depth of the each vertical, this depth is obtained with the help of a echo depth recorder or echo sounder, we can say. Okay, echo depth recorder is used for a measurement of a depth, and for the measurement of the velocities at the different sections, current meters or the floats are used. Means either current meter will be used, which will be placed at a different depths, or the floats will be used, and by using them the velocity of each and every strip or every section will be measured, and that will be used for the calculating total discharge. This is about area velocity method. Now we'll discuss about how to measure the velocity at a particular velocity of the flow in the particular section. So the different generally two methods are there. Those are used for measurement of discharge by area velocity method. That is a mid section method and mean section method. Okay, so discharge passing through that particular strip or elemental strip or vertical is calculated by two methods, that is either mid section method or mean section method. First we will discuss about mid section method. Mid section method में क्या किया जाता है? In this method, the vertical in which the velocity is measurements are carried out is taken at the middle of the strip. यानी कि क्या रहता है? I will discuss with the help of a board. Suppose that this is our river stretch, and this here we have, this is a water surface. I am intentionally taking it as a straight line to get a understanding of the phenomenon. Suppose that the verticals which we have laid down over here, this is one of the vertical we will consider over here. This is a vertical, means one of the segment which we have considered over here, and we want to measure the discharge passing through this particular section. So if we want to measure the discharge passing through this particular section, in this case, in the mid section method, what we used to do, we used to carry out the measurements exactly in the center. यानी कि जो भी हमारा measurement carry out करने का जो position रहेगा, जो place रहेगा, that will be exactly at the mid point, यानी कि center point हम जिसे बोलते हैं, वो center point. So I would like to extend it. So this will be a midpoint, we can say. Okay, or then whatever the velocity will be measured, that velocity will be measured either at a 1 point or a 2 point. यानी कि ये total जो रहेगा, यानी कहाँ से? This one we can say. So from this to this point, in between this there is a width. Just a minute. Arrow I would like to go for. Just a minute. So from this side and from this side, So in between this, there is a width, that is a B we can say, or a W, B or W, whatever it may be. Then this B or W will be known to us. Width हमें मालूम होगा क्योंकि हमने 50, मान लो कि ये 20 है, टोटल जो उसका width है वो 20 है और हमने उसके 20 पार्ट्स किए हैं. सो ए पार्ट हो गया 1 का, यानी कि width हो गई 1 मीटर. बाद में हमने क्या किया, बाय यूजिंग एको साउंडर वी हैव मेजर द डेप्थ, यानी कि डेप्थ हम कहाँ मेजर कर रहे हैं. नाउ वी आर मेजरिंग द डेप्थ अलोंग दिस वर्टिकल. ये जो वर्टिकल मैंने जो डाला है, तो क्या किया मैंने, एग्जैक्टली बिटवीन द बॉर्डर्स, ये जो दो बॉर्डर्स हैं, ये दो स्ट्रिप के बॉर्डर्स हैं, उसके सेंटर में मैंने लिया, मिड पॉइंट में लिया है. इसके ऊपर हम उसका जो भी डेप्थ रहेगा वो डेप्थ मेजर करेंगे, यानी कि जो भी हमारा हाइट रहेगा, दैट height will be measured along this strip only, this vertical only. So this is going to indicate our height h or a depth d, we can say h or a d, that is a height or a depth. Then the velocity will be measured either at a single point or a double point. Single point यानी कि क्या है, बहुत बार क्या किया जाता है, in a hydraulic engineering we had seen that the velocity distribution and open channel, it is a varying. So we used to consider for a deep streams or rivers जहाँ पे डेप्थ बहुत ज्यादा रहता है, वहां पे 2 पॉइंट पे वेलोसिटी मेजर किया जाता है. कहाँ कहाँ पे, एक रहता है 0.2 मीटर्स पे और दूसरा रहता है 0.8 मीटर्स पे, यानी कि 0.2 is nothing but the 0.2d or 0.2h we can say. So here it will be 0.2d and this will be nothing but the 0.8 d we can say. Okay, हम वेलोसिटी कहाँ मेजर कर रहे हैं, 0.2d, यानी कि जो भी डेप्थ रहेगा हमारा, जहां कहां से मेजर किया है, टॉप से, वो हम 2 पॉइंट पे मेजर करेंगे एट पॉइंट. मान लो कि ये 1 मीटर डेप्थ है, टाइम बीइंग विल कंसीडर डेप्थ एज 1 मीटर. So the velocity will be measured at 0.2 meters and 0.8 meters, and then the average velocity will be considered for a further measurement. So average velocity will be the somewhere else herein. Okay, so this is nothing but our average velocity, which will be equals to velocity at a 0.2d plus velocity at a 0.8d we can say. That is generally about 0.6d we can say. Okay, or whenever the river will be of a shallow depth, in that case we used to measure the velocity only at the single point, that is at a 0.6d we can say. Okay, that is called as a single point method. And whenever we used to measure the velocity at the 2 points, that is 0.2d and 0.8d, in that case it is called as a 2-point method. यानी कि मिड सेक्शन मेथड में क्या किया जाता है, जो भी रीडिंग्स लिए जाते हैं, यानी कि डेप्थ का होगा, वेलोसिटी का होगा, वो सब रीडिंग्स वो वर्टिकल के सेंटर पे लिए जाते हैं. दिस इज अबाउट एन आवर फर्स्ट मेथड, दैट इज द mid section method. Okay, I will discuss that again with respect to the some of the examples we will go for. So the readings will be carried out, that is velocity and depth will be carried out exactly on the vertical, which will be exactly at the center of that vertical. Okay, and जो center line रहेगी उस पे वो readings लेंगे, that may be by 1 point or a 2-point methods. After that, the water depth D in the vertical, it will be determined by sounding techniques. It will be a mean depth of the strip, यानी कि दोनों साइड पे जो वर्टिकल जो बाउंड्रीज थे उसका वो मीन आएगा. And then the discharge is measured as area into velocity. That velocity will be average velocity and area will be the width into depth. So width we are knowing, depth we are knowing, average velocity we have measured by using a current meter, so we will get the discharge. So here I have taken the 2 diagrams, that is sketches I have considered for a purpose of understanding only. So this is a first section here we can say. So this is the B is shown as a first section, B. Right bank and left bank, those parts are not considered for measurement, because what happens in those parts near to the banks, that is either at a right bank or a left bank, they used to have the eddies and all those things. So here we used to get the we never used to get the real velocity or accurate velocities due to the eddies and all those things. So we used to neglect those portions, and we used to consider we used to divide the remaining portion into number of strips. So B indicates the width of each and every strip, and the readings are taken on the verticals. The verticals are exactly at the center of that particular strip. ये जो strip रहेगा हमारा B width का, उसका जो मेजरमेंट रहेगा किसका, डेप्थ का और वेलोसिटी का, वो उसके एग्जैक्टली सेंटर लाइन पे लिया जाएगा. D1 यानी कि क्या हो गया, सिंगल पॉइंट हो गया. यहाँ पे दिया है D2 1 and 2. ओके, यहाँ पे भी 1 and 2 है, यहाँ पे भी 1 and 2 है. वो क्या है, 2 point मेथड, यानी कि 2 पॉइंट्स पे हम उसका वेलोसिटी मेजर कर रहे हैं. Those are nothing but the locations of current meters, we can say. Same fashion here also shown. So this is a first section, this is a one vertical. This is a second section, this is a vertical. Likewise, we used to have the application of a mid section method. The second method is a mean section method. Continuing to that, in mid section method, then the average width of a first and last triangular section, because हमने जो वहां पे देखा था, वहां पे क्या हो रहा था, जो हमारे स्टार्टिंग वाले और एंड वाले जो दो सेक्शंस थे, वहां पे ट्रायंगुलर सेक्शन फॉर्म होता है. यहाँ पे देखो, that is a triangular portion, and here also it is a triangular portion. All other are nearly a rectangular portion, isn't it? Nearly a rectangular, but this is a triangular portion. So finding that width of those two sections, generally we used to have the formula, that is average width of first and last segment as a width of a first segment or vertical plus half of the width of a second bracket square upon 2 times width of a first one. This is used for finding width of first and last segment. Then what about the width of the remaining one in between? For in between, whatever the segments will be there, for example over here we can say ये दोनों का निकल गया ट्रायंगुलर वाला. कैसा निकाला हमने, width of first one, this one, plus half of the width of this square of the bracket divided by 2 times width of the first one. Clear? Now regarding this, how to get the width of the same or width of this one, from this middle point, whatever the portion which is lying to the left hand side and the right hand side, we have to take into consideration, or here we will get the clear cut idea. So for this particular vertical, we can say the area which is lying to the left hand side is of a W2 is a width here. Okay, so for getting this W2, we have to consider half of the width of the first segment and half of the width of the next segment, that is half of the left hand side plus half of the right hand side. यानी कि जो other segments जो रहेंगे उनका सभी का जो width आएगा वो क्या रहेगा, width of a left strip by 2 plus width of a right strip upon 2. यानी कि दोनों का हाफ हाफ जो आधा जो पोर्शन रहेगा, it will be covered by that particular vertical. Okay, I would like to go for once again for that how to get it. So for this vertical, suppose that this Y2 is a vertical over which the readings has been carried out, and towards its left hand side W2 is there, and towards its left hand side W3 is there. Okay, so for getting the width of this, width covered by this, कहां से कहां रहेगा, this dotted line to this dotted line, यानी कि क्या रहेगा, ये W2 का हाफ आएगा, यानी कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का हाफ आएगा, और W3 का हाफ यानी कि राइट हैंड साइड का हाफ. ऐसा करके सभी का आएगा. यानी कि मान लो कि अभी हम यहाँ पे हैं, कौन सा वाला है ये, मान लो कि ये ynth वाला है, ith वाला है. सो इसके ऊपर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में wi है और राइट हैंड साइड पे wi+1 है. सो ये कौन सा एरिया कवर करेगा, wi का हाफ और wi+1 का हाफ एरिया कवर करेगा. सो wi by 2 plus wi+1 by 2 will be the width of each and every segments other than first and last segment. Okay, is it clear now? So now after knowing those widths, we will be able to find out the velocity, that is by mid section method. Okay, now we'll go for the second method, that is a mean section method. मीन यानी कि क्या रहता है, एवरेज रहता है। सो मीन सेक्शन मेथड में क्या रहता है, whatever the verticals those who used to have, whatever the verticals those used to have, the readings or observations are taken on their boundary lines। यानी कि बाउंड्री लाइन यानी कि कहां पे आएगा, मान लो कि another one picture I would like to go for, so I would like to clear this one, I will clear this one so that we will get the, just a bit, just a minute, हाँ where it is now, clear all lines, okay। So now suppose that once again this is a section, river section, where we want to carry out the measurements, then we will consider that the water surface by a straight line so that we will get the idea. This is a water surface elevation. Now we are discussing mean method, okay। So now suppose that the vertical which you have considered, this is a vertical, so this is a one segment, and this will be the width of that particular segment. So this will be B or W, whatever it may be, we will consider B or W is nothing but width of that segment. So now in this method, whatever the observations for the depth and velocity, those will be carried out, those will be carried out on those extreme peripheries. So this will be the, suppose that for this side we will consider as a depth as a D1 left hand side, and here we will consider depth as a D2 towards the right hand side. D1 and D2 are the depths on the left hand side of the that particular strip, and D2 is the depth of the strip on the right hand side. Similarly, the velocities will also be measured. A velocity will be measured on this vertical, suppose that at point 2D, then point 8D, then similarly here also at the point 2D and point 8D we can say. So point 2D, 0.2 times D1, 0.8 times D1, 0.2 times D2, 0.8 times D2. लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या किया जाता है, whatever the calculations or whatever the average velocity will be taken, that average velocity will be considered the average of these two and these two। यानी कि यहाँ पे एक वेलोसिटी मिलेगा, यहाँ पे एक वेलोसिटी मिलेगा, ये दोनों का कुछ तो एवरेज यहाँ पे आएगा, सिमिलरली ये दोनों का एवरेज आएगा। जो एवरेज वेलोसिटी एट द लास्ट वी आर गोइंग टू कंसीडर फॉर द कैलकुलेशंस, that will be considered the average velocity which has been measured on the peripheries or on the extreme sides of the particular strip. Similarly, depth will be the average depth. This is a D1 and this is a D2. So average depth will be considered. So as we have taken mean of the velocities which has been measured on the both the peripheries, and mean of the depths we have measured on the both the peripheries, so this is considered as a mean velocity mean depth method we can say, okay। So here I have considered one sketch also, here the same one is there. So this is a D1, this is a D2, this is a one vertical you could consider, then in that case the measurements will be carried out on the periphery only. इथं measurement carry out केलं जाणार, इथं measurement carry out केलं जाणार, आणि इथल्या डेप्थ, इथली डेप्थ समजा D2 आहे, इथली D1 आहे, तर जी डेप्थ असणार टोटल स्ट्रिपची ती एव्हरेज घेतली जाणार, म्हणजे मीन केला। सिमिलरली वेलोसिटी या स्ट्रिपवरची या स्ट्रिपवरची ह्या दोन्ही वेलोसिटीचं एव्हरेज केलं जाणार, and that velocities, that depths and that B will be considered for a measurement of the discharge. So as we have taken the mean or the average, that's why it is considered as a mean section method. So in this method, the elemental strip is taken between two verticals. Elemental strip, this strip is taken in between two verticals. So this is one vertical, this is a second vertical we can say. At 0th there is also one vertical. So 0th, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. These 7 verticals are there, and in between adjacent two verticals there lies a strip. So strip is now lying in between the vertical 1 and vertical and the mean depth is taken as the average of the depths in the two verticals, यानी कि यहाँ पे जो डेप्थ आएगा और यहाँ पे जो आएगा डेप्थ, ये दोनों का एवरेज लिया जाएगा. Similarly, the velocities will be taken as average of the velocity measured on this vertical and on this vertical. Okay, the width of the strip is a distance b between the two verticals, यानी कि क्या रहेगा, ये दोनों के बीच का जो width रहेगा, that will be the b. And then the velocity in the strip is taken as the average of the mean velocity determined in the two verticals, that is by 1 point or 2 point method. Here it is a 1 point method used, and here is 2 point, यानी कि 0.2d, 0.8d. Here only at a 1 point has been taken, and afterwards the discharge will be calculated as a product of area and average velocity. Area will be average depth into width, and average velocity will be the velocity of those this vertical plus velocity of this vertical upon 2, that is the average velocity, we can say. So this is the mean section method used for measurement of a area velocity method, in the area velocity method. Now we will go for the numericals over this. Okay, here some calculations are shown over here. Q will be summation delta q, means delta q will be this delta q, delta q, delta q, likewise. So summation of all those delta q's will be the total q. Then the delta q of a strip, means the discharge of a particular strip, will be area of a strip into velocity of a strip. It is a b, width into mean depth into mean velocity. Okay, so simply mean section method में remember क्या करना है, velocity और depth are taken as a mean, whereas in a mid section method only velocity is taken as a mean, average velocity, whereas the depth is taken at exactly at the center of the particular segment. Then here depth is a d2 plus d3 by 2. Here it has been shown it is for a second and third d2, this is a d2 and this is a d3, so d2 plus d3 by 2. Similarly, velocity is a v2 plus v3 by 2, that is a average taken over here. Okay, that is q is equals to b into, that is a width into d1 plus d2 by 2 into v1 plus v2 by 2. Is it clear? Now we'll start for the next one, that is a measurement of the velocity. Now ये हमने क्लियर किया कि कैसे दो मेथड से किए करते हैं, मीन सेक्शन और मिड सेक्शन. लेकिन मीन सेक्शन और मिड सेक्शन में वेलोसिटी मेजरमेंट करना पड़ता है. सो फॉर मेजरमेंट ऑफ द वेलोसिटी वी यूज्ड टू यूज द करंट मीटर्स, and current meters are different types, that is a single methods are single point method and double point method. That is in single point method it is used for a shallow streams, that is up to 3 meters, and velocity is measured only at a 0.6 of the depth, whereas in a double point method it is used for moderate to deep streams, and the velocity is measured at 0.2d and 0.8d, and then the average velocity is then the average velocity is then calculated as velocity is equals to velocity at the 0.2d or at the 0.2 of the depth, total depth, plus velocity at the 0.8 times depth upon 2. This is an average velocity we used to calculate, that is by a 2-point method. And in a single point method we used to consider only a velocity at the 0.6d, that is a single velocity is considered as an average velocities. Then general equation of velocity by current meter, that is most important. That is, whenever we used to use a current meter for measurement of the velocity, in that case they used to have some specific equation for that. They are in the form of relation between velocity and the number of revolutions, that is v and n, along with some constant. It is a v is equals to a n plus b, where n is the revolutions and v is the velocity. Generally n is taken in the rps, that is the revolutions per seconds, and v is in a meters per second. Just a minute. Okay, so here also we'll get the velocity, the relation between the velocity and the number of revolutions, that is v is equals to a into n plus v. N is nothing but the revolutions, we can say. Just a minute. Okay, so now after knowing the velocities, that is by current meter, the next method is by the floats. Those floats may be the surface floats, then those may be the rod floats, etc. सरफेस फ्लोट्स पे क्या होता है, एक वुडन ब्लॉक रहता है, नहीं तो एक प्लास्टिक का बैग रहता है, वो एक प्लेस पे रखा जाता है और वहां से उसको एक मेजर नॉन डिस्टेंस कवर करने के लिए कितना वक्त लगता है, कितना टाइम लगता है, वो नोट डाउन किया जाता है. यानी कि हमें डिस्टेंस पहले से मालूम है, टाइम हमने नोट डाउन किया, सो डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम इज नथिंग बट द वेलोसिटी. दॅट इज ऍप्लिकेशन ऑफ द फ्लोट्स. फ्लोट यानी की इज लाकडी ठोकळा असतो किंवा बॉटल असते, ते एका प्लेस पासून सोडली जाते आणि तिला ठराविक अंतर कव्हर करण्यासाठी किती वेळ लागतो तो वेळ मोजला जातो. म्हणजे आपल्याला डिस्टन्स माहिती आहे, आता वेळ माहिती आहे, इफ यू डिवाइड द डिस्टेंस बाय अ टाइम वी विल गेट अ वेलोसिटी. दिस इज बाय अ सरफेस फ्लोट्स. बाद में रॉड फ्लोट्स रहते हैं, उसको क्या रहता है, ये हॉलो सिलेंडर अटैच किया रहता है और ऊपर फ्लैग रहता है और उसके नीचे एक वेट अटैच किया रहता है. तो जैसे कि वेलोसिटी बढ़ता जाएगा वो रॉड नीचे, रॉड के ऊपर वो जो भी है फ्लो जो है उसके ऊपर एक्ट होगा और उसको क्या करेगा, उसके साथ में खींचता जाएगा और ऑब्जर्वेशन जो रहेंगे वो ऊपर वाला जो फ्लोट है जो हमें सरफेस पे दिख रहा है उसके हम रीडिंग्स नोट डाउन करेंगे. ओके, so those are the some of the types of the floats. We are not going to discuss in detail them. Then now we'll start for the part of the examples. The data pertaining to a stream gauging operation at a gauging site are given below. The rating equation of the current meter is phi is equals to 0.51 times n suffix s plus 0.03 meter per second, where n suffix s is the revolutions per second. Calculate the discharge in the stream. It has been asked for May 19 5 marks and December 15 for a 7 marks. The same example. The data is distance from the left water edge in meters 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 12. Then depth of the current meter in meters is given 0, 1.1, 2, 2.5, 2, 1.7, 1.0 and 0. And revolutions of a current meter kept at a 0.6 meter depth. It means the readings are taken only at a 0.6. It means that a shallow river will be there. Okay, and that revolutions are 0. Then at a 2 meters from the left side it's a 39. Then at a 3 meters 58. At a 5 it's 112. At a 7 it's a 90. At a 9 it's a 45. At 11 it's a 13 and it's a 12 and it's a 0. And duration of observation and कितने टाइम तक वो कितने टाइम में 39 आए. That is, for getting a 39 revolutions the observation time was 100 seconds. For getting a 58 revolutions observation time was 100 seconds. For getting 112 revolutions observation time was 150 seconds. For 90 revolutions time was 150 seconds. For 45 revolutions time was 100 seconds. For 30 revolutions it was 100 seconds. So with this data we are required to calculate the discharge passing through the stream. Velocity, sorry, discharge we have to find out. Velocity तर कुठे घेतलेली आहे? Velocity ही फक्त 0.6 मीटर डेप्थलाच घेतलेली आहे. म्हणजे 1.1 च्या 0.6 मीटर डेप्थला ती velocity in the sense काय केलेलं त्यांनी करंट मीटरचे number of revolutions measure केलेले आहे. Now with respect to that we have to find out the discharge. Now discharge is nothing but the area into velocity. So for getting the area we will be required to depth they have given us. We will be required to the width. But for getting the width they have given us a distances from the left hand side. It is 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. And those are we are going to consider the widths of the segments, each and every segment. And we are going to use here mid section method. So for mid section method we will be required to find out the average width. Okay, so average width into depth will be area. Then velocity, how to get the velocity? We have to find out the ns, that is the number of revolutions per second. It means we will be required to divide the number of revolutions by a time period, that is a second. So 39 by 100 will be rps, revolutions per second. If you put up that in this equation of the velocity, you will get velocity for that particular strip. Then that velocity into area of that strip will be the discharge passing through a particular strip. Okay, now we'll discuss those things in details. So firstly prepare the table. Table we will go for the first one. First row, distance from left water edge which is given to us. Then second row I have considered average width in meters. Third row, the depth of the water which is given to us. Then fourth row is the revolutions of a current meter kept at 0.6 meter depth, that is given to us. Next one, duration of observations in a seconds, that is also given to us. And along with that I had an additional rows, that is the revolutions of a current meter per second, that is ns. Per second कैसे निकालेंगे? You will divide this number of revolutions by a time period, means row number 4 by row number 5, 39 by 100, 58 by 100, likewise. That will be revolution of current meter. Then velocity v 0.51 ns plus 0.03 in meter per second, it is row number 7. So here in this equation of the velocity, if you put up the value of a number of revolutions per second, you will get the velocity for each and every segment. And at the last, segmental discharge delta q, area into velocity. Area क्या आएगा? Average width into depth, means product of row number 2, row number 3 with the velocity, that is row number 7. That is a row number 2 into row number 3 into row number 7 will be there in, isn't it? So time side by side I will show you that what type of the width they had given us. So suppose that this is an water edge they had given us. Maybe you are not able to get the idea, so what I will do, firstly note down the thing, then we will discuss that. Okay, so firstly note down the things, then we will discuss. First you note down the table. Okay, so we'll firstly consider the section of the river and how it has been divided into the number of segments. So consider this is a section of the river. Okay, then we'll consider that this is a total width which is given to us. We have to change the color. Okay, so this is a total width. Then they have given us the magnitude. We'll consider left side, that is a 0, and the right hand side they have given us as a 12 meter. Okay, then first interval I think so they had given us as a 2 meters. बरोबर ना? पहिला किती आहे? 2 मीटर आहे, 2 मीटर आहे की 1 मीटर आहे? 2 मीटर आहे, 1 मीटर. So for a first 2 meters, किती आहे म्हटले? 2 meters. Okay, so we'll consider that this is a 0 meter, means observations are taken at the 0 meter. Then next observations are taken at the 2 meters. Then what is the next one? 3. Then 4 na? 5. Next 7. 9. 11. 11. Okay, so we'll go for here 11 and lastly 12. बरोबर ना? So those are the verticals where the measurements are carried out. Okay, so we consider that those are the verticals and measurements are carried out on those points. So this will be the B1, we can say first one. B1 पहिल्याला 0 राहणार, पहिल्याची width इकडून राहणार 0. So this will be B1, we can say. Lastly B12 or BN I would like to go for BN. आता you will consider this vertical. याच्यावरती काय रीडिंग आहे का, ऑब्झर्वेशन काय आहे का? 0 डेप्थ आहे. बरोबर, क्लिअर. म्हणजे स्टार्टिंगची जी विड्थ असणार स्टार्टिंगच्या कॉलम मधला, दॅट रो मधला, दॅट विल बी द 01. नेक्स्ट वन वाला, तर नेक्स्ट वन वाला म्हणजे कुठला? हा फर्स्ट वाला झाला. ओके, म्हणजे याच्यावरती जे रीडिंग घेतले 2 मीटर्सला ते म्हणजे आपला फर्स्ट झाला. मीन्स दे हॅव टेकन द ऑब्झर्वेशन्स ऍट 0.6 meters. म्हणजे कुठे घेतला? दे हॅव टेकन ऑब्झर्वेशन हिअर ऍट द 0.6 meter डेप्थ. सो विड्थ फॉर दिस विल बी, म्हणजे पहिल्याला कुठले असणार? दॅट विल बी द विड्थ ऑफ दिस पर्टिक्युलर सेक्शन, हा सेक्शन, प्लस जो साइडचा जो आहे त्याचा हाफ आणि ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर. क्लिअर, हे झालं पहिल्यासाठी झालं. नंतर ना पुढच्याचा जो राहणार, पुढची जी विड्थ राहणार ती कुठून असणार? सेकंड वन साठी width will be half of the left hand side portion, म्हणजे याच्या half of left hand side. This half we will consider, and next to that this half we will consider. I will go for a dotted line over here. So this half. Clear? आणि हा किती असणार आहे? So this will be nothing but our B2, we can say. This is a B2. आता this magnitude was a 2 meters. This one is a 2 meter. बरोबर. Next one is a 3 meters ना? बरोबर का? 2 नंतर 3 मीटर आहे ना? अमर नंतर किती रे? 1 मीटरच आहे का? 3 मीटर आहे ना नंतर ना? 2 मीटर 3 मीटर.
Yes sir, 3.
From this to this point. Then a 5 meters means again 2 meters interval is there. So this is a 2 meter, we can say. तर हे कुठून कुठपर्यंत आहे? So this is a 1 meter from, let's change the color. So this is a 1 meter up to this point. Okay, then 2 meter is for from this to this one. This is a 2 meter. Then next one likewise. So this will be next strip width. Likewise widths are given, but for here, for mid section method, we're assuming that the readings are taken at the center point of each and every strip. Means the half of the width of a left hand side and half of the width of a right hand side will be considered for the calculations. Okay, यानी कि यहाँ पे क्या आएगा 1 का हाफ यानी कि 0.5 और 2 का हाफ यानी कि 1. So that will be 1.5 will be the average width we can say. So this will be 1.5. Similarly for a next one, and कि next one के लिए कहां से आएगा, ये यहां से आएगा, ये next strip रहेगा. Next vertical के लिए we will go for, and the width is like this. So this is the width. So ये क्या रहेगी, ये 2 मीटर का हाफ रहेगा, this much, and next जो भी मैग्नीट्यूड रहेगा उसका half of the portion आएगा. So likewise we have to consider the width of all other segment, that is except the starting and end segment, as half of the left plus half of the right. Okay, so now we'll start for the part of the calculations. So for first one we can say, or the first segment here we can say so here where we were which example we were solving, this one we were solving. So for this case now, the width of first and last, this will be W1 plus W2 by 2 upon 0. So W1 किती आहे आपला, म्हणजे फर्स्ट सेगमेंटला जे width येणार हा कुठे आहे, लेफ्ट बँकला आहे. So that will be directly as a 0. Clear? That will be directly as a 0 because it is exactly at the left hand side. Similarly, this is exactly at the right hand side. So this will be 0. Now first segment will be corresponding to this one. इसका क्या रहेगा, this will be W1 plus W2 by 2. अब W1 यानी कि क्या रहेगा, 0 to 2 यानी कि 2 meters. This one will be W1. So 0 to 2 as a 2. Then plus नेक्स्ट कौन है, W2 यानी कि कौन कौन रहेगा, 2 और 3 के बीच में कितना है, 1 मीटर है. सो 1 बाय उसका हाफ, और A सभी का आएगा स्क्वायर, इट्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 times W1 यानी कि 2 आएगा. So here this will be a square. Just a minute. दिस इज अ स्क्वायर. स्क्वायर किसका है, सेकेंड टर्म का. पहले कितना आया, पहले का वेट कितना था, 2 था. W1 यानी कि 2, W2 यानी कि कितना हो गया, 2 और 3, 3 minus 2 यानी कि 1 मीटर. सो हाफ ऑफ दैट देयर स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 times W1. W1 कितना है हमारा, 2 है. सो व्हाट इज द मैग्नीट्यूड नाउ, व्हाट इज द मैग्नीट्यूड, टेल मी द आंसर फास्टली. कितनी ना, 2 plus 1 by 2, that is a point, great, 1.56. okay, so this is a 1.56 meters. This is for first and great, this is for first and last segment. So I would like to write here 1.56 and here also 1.56. So for first and last segment, the width will be 1.56 meters. Now for the second segment, all other segments we can say, or second segments we will go for, it is वो कैसा आएगा, it will be half of the left hand side plus half of the right hand side. अभी half of the left hand side यानी कि किस करेगा, 2 और 3 is the left hand side for this calculation. So कितना है वो, 1 मीटर है. 1 का हाफ यानी कितना हो गया, 0.5 हो गया. और राइट में कितना है, 3 to 5 यानी कि 2 मीटर्स है. सो 2 का हाफ 1 और इसका 0.5, सो ये आएगा 1.5. देन नेक्स्ट टू दैट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में कितना है 3 है, so 5 minus 3 will be 2, half of that will be 1. Similarly right hand side में 5 to 7 that is 2, half of that is 1, so 1 plus 1 as a 2. Then here left hand side 2, right hand side 2, so it will be 2, that is a 2 by a 2 ka half 1 or 2 ka half 1, addition of them will be 2. Then here 9 to 7 that is a 2, half of that will be 1, and 9 to 11 that is a 2, that is half of that 1, and addition will be, isn't it? So extreme will have 1.56 meter depth, and in between all will have the width, and all will have the width of 2 meters. Now the next part is the calculation of the revolutions per second. So now how to calculate them? We have to just divide the number of rotations by the time interval. So first will be 0, ये पटपट करा रिवर्सन बदलना है. Then next one 39 by 100, 39 upon 100, that is a 0.39. Next one will be 58 by 100, that is a 0.58. Then 112 by 150, that is a 0.7. We will consider 746 is there. Then 90 upon 150 is there, that is a 0.6. Then 45 by 100, 0.45. Then 30 by 100, 0.3, and lastly will be the 0. Now use these values of ns in this equation. So first will be 0 as it is, second will be 0.51 plus 0.51 into ns is now 0.39 plus 0.03, that is equals to 0.2289. We'll consider 0.23, 2 digits we go for. The next one is 0.51 into 0.58 plus 0.03, that is a 0.33. Then 0.51 into 0.75 plus 0.03, that is a 0.41. The next to that 0.51 into 0.6 plus 0.03, that is a 0.34. Next 0.51 into 0.45 plus 0.03, that is 0.26. Lastly 0.51, that is a 0.3 into 0.51, is 0.51 into 0.3 plus 0.03, that is a 0.18, and lastly it will be a 0. And at the last, what we have to do, we have to take the product of whose product we have to go for, row number 2, row number 3, and row number 7 we have to go for. So first will be 0, second row number 1, row number 2 is a 1.56, that is area we have to go for, b into d, 1.56 into d as a 1.1 into velocity as a 0.23, that is a 0.39. Then next one, average width as a 1.5 into depth as a 2. Yeah, exactly. I will discuss that part. We'll go for that. This one firstly. 1.5 into 2 plus into 0.33. It is 0.99. Just check the calculations. Then 2 into depth as a 2.5 into velocity as 0.41. It's a 2.05. Then width as a 2 into depth as a 2 into velocity as a 0.34. It's a 1.36. Then 2 into 1.7 into 0.26 is a 0.88. Then width 1.56 into depth as 1 into velocity as a 0.18, that is a 0.28, and lastly 0 I would like to mark over. Now just to take the summation of a delta Qs so that you will get the total discharge, that is a 0.288 plus 0.88 plus 1.36 plus 2.05 plus 0.99 plus 0.39, that is 5.958 is the total discharge, you can say. So total discharge is a summation of delta Q, that is a 5.958 meter cube per second. You do check the calculations. I'm considering that all the calculations are correct, and as per that I'm moving forward. Please do check the calculations. Today we will stop here, and in the next lecture we will go for the remaining examples.